different. How are you today? Helen and Harley here with you today to talk about why no one's sharing your stuff. Why is no one sharing or commenting on your Facebook posts? That's what we're talking about today. Hey, and Leslie is on live. Harley, how you going, Leslie? It's lovely to see you on live. I've got Harley with me. I've got my fake bird with me up the top, but we're here to talk about why no one's sharing your stuff. So if it's a little bit quiet on your Facebook page, no one's really commenting or sharing any of your stuff, why is that? So that's what we're talking about today. Hello, Rob. How are you? Hello, Milton. How are you? Hey, Teresa. How you going? Awesome to see you guys here today. So if you are brand new to me, just put the word new down below. And for those of you that are familiar with my page here, please put the palm tree down. The palm tree is our mascot here, our mascot emoji, just to sort of signify, you know, sitting on a beach, having a palm tree, bit of a cocktail, because that's what we all want to sort of strive for when our business is booming. Hey, Teresa, how you going? Good to hear that you're good, Milton. So what I do is teach home-based business owners the skills required to bring their business online. So social media strategies, social media branding, how do you find leads online? How do you get your social media pumping so you can have a thriving business? Thank you, Leslie. Love the palm trees. Thank you, Rob. That's so awesome. Somewhat more. Okay, Milton, cool. So the purpose behind having awesome social media is bringing your online presence, we're learning to leverage the internet really to build your business. So let's get rid of the old school strategies. Let's learn how to leverage the internet so you can reach those, hundreds of thousands of people that you couldn't ordinarily do with building your, business the traditional way. But my bigger mission is really to teach people how to do it, the right way, because there's a lot of people in the home-based business. Hey, Von, how are you going? Lovely to see you on live. There's a lot of people in the home-based business that are using social media all wrong, and it gives us all a bad name. So let's elevate the industry. Let's all learn how to do it properly and strategically and effectively. So, we raise the professionalism of the industry, if you like. So, we don't get those people that go, oh, you're in that kind of industry. Oh, is that network marketing? We want to get rid of that kind of stigma, professionalize everyone in the industry, and start all building thriving businesses. You're good. That's good. I'm really good too. Hey, Julie, how are you? Harley, hang on. I've got to get rid of that notification, Harley. So I have got a little feisty Harley with me today. I've got my fake bird above my head. So if you do see something above my head, it is actually not a real bird. It's a fake bird. We have them up around the front of the house because we're having problems with galahs here. If you're not aware, I am in the beautiful Australia. And we have galahs that sit on one of the ledges at the top, and they're eating away some of the wood at the top of the house, which is causing all sorts of issues. And they climb in the roof and they scratch in the roof at night time while we're trying to sleep. So this eliminates our problem. So if there's something floating above my head, that is what it is. But what we're talking about today is really maximizing. Are you staring at me really funny there? Hello. Maximizing the potential for your social media posts and getting as many comments and shares, as you can. And just to sort of highlight what's some of the reasons why maybe that's not happening for you. So I want to share that with you today. So I hope you find this useful. Do you think this might be helpful to you today? If you do, put the word helpful down below. But I want to highlight, that the ultimate goal, if you've got something really, really cool on social media, is that it goes viral. Now, that's a very rare thing to do, but I want to share with you one that I saw a few weeks ago. And it was from somebody who was it was 20 seconds long. That's all the video. It wasn't a live. It was a pre-recorded video. And it was just a video of somebody in their kitchen that was, I'm not sure what the right terminology is because I haven't done it before, but is it called husking a corn or how to husk a corn? I'm not sure if it's husk or husking. Somebody help me out there. So it was just a 20-second video of somebody that had corn on at the stovetop, was boiling it, and had a little technique of how to sort of boil it, cut the end of it, you pull it out, and there's no hairs on the corn. Now, if any of you have done that, it can be a particularly hard thing to do. So 20-second video, that's all it was, but it was a really cool little tip that went completely viral. So 32 million people, with a matter of about 3 or 4 days, 32 million people watched it, and 54,000 people shared it. Now, I'm not saying that any of us are going to get that kind of coverage, but imagine that. You do a 20-second video on something that's really helpful and it goes viral like that. So that's extreme. We're not going to get that. But how do we get, to the point where somebody likes what we see to some degree, that they're happy to share it with other people or even just comment on it? Like, very cool, that was helpful, whatever. So what we can take from that example is 3 things I want you to consider when you're posting on Facebook. And this could be your personal Facebook page with videos that you're doing. It could be on a business page. So you've set up a business page, you've branded yourself, you're promoting sort of information. Hey Courtney, how are you? Look, it's Courtney. We haven't seen Courtney live for a while. Harley, it's Courtney. How you going, Courtney? He's just chewing my jumper at the moment, which is not very helpful. Or my hand. Settle down. So, you want your information to be able to be shared, easily enough. So the 3 things you need to consider is, and as I said, this could be on a personal Facebook page if you're working that and you're doing videos or information that's creating curiosity and intrigue about your business. Or it could be on a business page where you've self-branded yourself and you're giving people information on the particular thing that you've branded yourself, to be. Whether that's, health and wellness or weight loss or travel or insurance or whatever your little niche is. It could even be to other network marketers. So the information that you're posting, where a lot of people go wrong on social media, is that they just post stuff up for the sake of, I've got to put up 2 posts a day, or I've got to put up 3 posts a day, or on their personal page, I've got to have something that goes up every day. So you just throw something up there. So we're not really being intentional about our content. Now, I'm telling you now, if you want your business to pay you like a business, you need to treat it like a business. So this is part of your marketing strategy. So you've got to put some thought behind what are you actually posting, and put some thought behind it. So the 3 things that we need to consider with our posts is it, what are my 3 things? Hang on. Is it practical for people? Is it factual? So is it actually true? Does it actually work? Those kind of things. And is it helpful to people? So is it practical? Is it factual? And is it helpful? So helpful, valuable, same kind of thing, meaning the same kind of thing. So is your information valuable to somebody? Is it helpful to somebody? Or aside from those 3 things that I've just mentioned, is it just your opinion on something? So this is where I want to heed a warning with your posts, and maybe why people aren't sharing or commenting on your content is, what's the intention of the comment, and is it just your opinion about something? Are you telling people what they should do without really any sort of facts behind it? So what I'm getting at here is a lot of people get on things like Facebook Lives and tell you what to do, tell you what you've got to you've got to have motivation, and you've got to have willpower, and you've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to do this because it makes all the difference. Yeah, we know that, but how are you going to help me do that? Do you have some practical, factual, and valuable, like helpful information behind that? So at the end of the day, unless you're Oprah Winfrey, unless you've got some credibility in the marketplace already, nobody really cares about your opinion. So most people's posts on social media, whether that's a written post, a status post, a quote that you've put together, or a Facebook Live, is it practical, factual, and helpful? So is it valuable to somebody? Or is it just your opinion on something? Or even worse, are you blatantly selling something? on your post. So there's the big difference there. Is it practical, factual, and helpful, so valuable to people? Or is it just your opinion when you don't have authority yet? So a lot of people go on their personal Facebook page and talk about, all sorts of things, or, but it's really a selling angle. So you got to get my thing because it does this and that and whatever. So is that actually factual, or is it just your opinion? And unless you've got some kind of credibility or authority online in that space already, nobody really cares what you have to say. Now, please don't take that the wrong way. It doesn't mean your opinion doesn't matter. But have you got the authority behind you that your opinion is validated? So you really need to be intentional with your content. If you want your business to pay you like a business, treat it like a business and be intentional with your marketing on social media. So when you do a Facebook Live and you're looking at your content, ask yourself those questions. Is it practical? Is it actually factual? And is it valuable to people? Is it helpful to people? So people only really listen to things and will keep coming back and listening to you if it helps them do one of two things. So those one of two things is to help them survive or help them thrive. Okay, that's all people really care about. So is your content helping somebody thrive or survive? So if somebody's got a problem, have you got the solution? So tap into people's problems in your niche little area and give them a solution. Now, is that helpful and valuable? Yes, it is. That example of that viral video I just talked to you about, was that practical, factual, and helpful? Absolutely. And they did it in 20 seconds. So was it practical? Yeah, it was practical. Was it factual? Yeah, they were actually doing it. It was actually works because you could see them do it. And was it helpful and valuable to people? Yeah, for people that have been, husking corn for forever and still never worked, it's very, very valuable. So you see the difference with your content. So if it's practical, if it's factual, and if it's helpful and valuable to people, then people are more likely to comment and share. So why do people share content? Why do they do it? The only reason why somebody, hey Sabine, how are you? Good to see you. The only reason why people's going to share anything is because they spread the love. They think it's going to be helpful to others. So unless it's helpful to them, they're not going to share it with other people. Or maybe it's just uplifting. So that can work. Positive quotes and that kind of things. You guys would know I have lots of positive quotes because it uplifts people. So is that something that might help people thrive? Well, if somebody wakes up in the morning and they're not feeling that positive about life, and they just scroll through their feed and they see a message from me that's just like, yeah, that's so true. Something like that. And it's like, and they put the comment down, yeah, hell yeah, amen, absolutely. And they share it. Then it's been something that helps them thrive. Like it's something that's helpful. So you don't have to have fully in-depth, factual type content. But are you helping people thrive or survive in your content? Is this making sense? Is the penny dropping here to anybody? Just put the word yes down below if you're hearing my message here. So my message here is have some intention behind what you post. And if people take away from your content something that's really helpful, then they'll be happy to comment and they'll be really happy to share it, because if it's valuable to them, it might be valuable to other people, which makes them look good. That's why a lot of people share content. It's like, that was really helpful and I'm going to share that. And when you've got helpful information, people will want to listen to you again and again. So they listen to a piece of your content and go, yeah, that actually makes sense. That's really helpful. So they're happy to comment it and share on it, because if it's valuable to them, it might be valuable to other people and they'll come back wanting more. So when all of your information, let's say you're doing Facebook Lives and you've branded yourself a certain way and all your Facebook Lives are telling people what they should do, then, but you're not really, somebody with thousands and thousands of followers yet. So you haven't really got the authority and the credibility yet, but you're standing up there going, you should do this and you should do this. And, it's people are like, Not quite sure if that's, got a lot of facts behind it. Leslie, I'm getting more likes and shares on my personal page than my business page. Is that normal when you are new? Yeah, absolutely. So a personal page, you've already got a guaranteed audience there that know, like, and trust you, Leslie. So they're much more likely to like your staff, comment on it and share it because they already trust you. When we start a business page and we're starting out from scratch, it takes time because the people we're attracting generally to a business page are the cold audience. So they're not as warmed up to us to like our content, share our content, and that's why it takes time. But if you're giving practical, factual, and valuable information, that will grow faster. So really think about, even the content for your Facebook Lives. If you really concentrate on spit it out, Helen. Practical, factual, and valuable, helpful information, then people will want to come back to your business page because it's exactly that. When we get on Facebook Lives and just tell people stuff, but there's not really a backing behind it. Now, you may not be successful yourself and you're thinking, well, okay, how can I have the facts behind it about something that works if I haven't really achieved that myself? Then use experiences from other people. Use information from mentors that you're following. Use information that you've read out of a book or a resource or an ebook or something like that. And it's like, I learned this awesome piece of information the other day from one of my mentors that's achieved this, this, and this, and this, as this is what they recommend. So behind that is factual information from somebody that's already done it. So instead of just saying, you need to do this and you need to do that, and you're not really the authority figure yourself yet, then back it up with some validity so it's believable for people. Because, just reiterating what I was saying before, people don't really care about our opinions. So I could stand up here and say all sorts of things to you about what I think. But do you really care about what I think? Or do you want to learn from me what I know? What I know will help you build your business. What I know and I've done myself that's practical for you to use. That's factual. It actually works and there's validity behind it. And it's helpful and valuable information to you. So that's what I need to bring to you guys. Otherwise, you're not going to come back. If I just stood up here and said, you have to do this and you have to do that, and it's all based on my opinion, I don't think you're going to hang around for very long. So you have to be really intentional, with what the content that you're delivering. And if that's really valuable and helpful to people, then they'll be more than happy to comment and share on it. So just think a little bit deeper into the content that you're creating. And just remember, people only want information that will help them survive or thrive. So survive is helping people deal with their problems. So I obviously talk to a lot of home-based business owners that have a lot of problems. So they don't know how to build their business online. They're doing it the wrong way. They don't know how to leverage the internet to get leads. They don't know how to get more engagement or content on their Facebook posts because they just don't have the skills yet. So there's a lot of problems that home-based business owners have and people that building their business online have, and they're putting all this effort in and they're doing 2 or 3 posts a day on their personal page or their business page, whatever strategy you're using, and you're not getting much engagement, but you really don't know why. Like, I know what the problems are. So a lot of the content of my Facebook Lives and whatever I'm delivering to my target market is about things to help you solve those problems. And the other thing that I concentrate on, which you guys that have followed me for a while will know, is helping you thrive. Helping you become a better version of you so then you can be more successful in your business. Because if you're not a better version of you, or you've got all this self-doubt and lack of self-belief, and you're down on life and down on yourself and concentrating on the negative, your business will never thrive. So that's why I talk about personal development and personal growth and mindset type topics once a week, because that will help people thrive. It will help people shift through, some of the issues that they've going on. But you will notice I'm always trying to bring something practical to that. So I'm not going to stand up here and say, you've got to be motivated. You've got to get your shit together and be positive. And it's like, okay, Helen, thanks for the lecture. But I'll try to give you something behind that. Like, this is what I recommend you try. Like, here's 3 steps that you can put into practice. And it's all about awareness. And when you notice a negative thoughts coming in, then, quickly catch it and turn it around. Like, I'm giving you practical tips to execute to help you thrive. So you see the angle of the content that you're putting out on social media. Is it help people thrive, or is it helping people survive? So have you got solutions to people's problems in your target market, whatever that target market may be? Or are you giving really valuable content that it's helping people thrive? Now, on the flip side of that, there's little viral videos that, like that corn video, that's, it's just something that's helpful. It doesn't always have to be business related. Like my inspirational quotes, they're just that. They're inspirational quotes. But if that helps somebody put a smile on their face or rethink the beginning of their day because they woke up on the wrong side of the bed and then they read a quote that's like, yeah, that's so true. I've just got to get on with it. And, then job done. Awesome. And they'll be happy to share it. So it's helping people thrive. That's my intention behind, all the positive quotes that I put up, is to put positive messages in front of people all the time to help them concentrate on the positive and not the negative, because there's a whole lot of negatives around us all the time. Life drags us down, a fair bit. We get busy, we get stressed, we get overwhelmed. There's all sorts of things that can get in our head to drag us down. But if we can put positive messages in front of people to help them thrive, then that's, useful and helpful information. Leslie, I find it easier to give tips on personal development, but I struggle sometimes with the business side for tips. And that's where you just learn something from somebody else, turn around and teach it. So what I do is it's learn, teach, suggest. So the difference there is a lot of people learn, teach, and tell. So they'll learn something, they'll teach it to others, but the way you pitch it is you're telling people what they need to do. So I'll always say, look, I recommend you do this, or I suggest you try that. Because I'm not going to tell you what to do. What you do with your life and in your business and that kind of thing, I can't change. I have no control over that. And I'm not going to tell you to do anything. And like no one can tell me to do anything. People might make recommendations or suggestions to me, and it's up to me whether I adopt them or not. So all you have to do on the business side of things is learn something, turn around and teach it to others, and just make recommendations and suggestions. But is it practical, what you're talking about? Is it factual, what you're talking about? And is there some kind of evidence or story or a guru that you learnt it from, or somebody that's had success with that strategy that you can, give some validity to what it is that you're saying? But it will, hey Tina, how you going? It's always going to take longer on a business page to get the likes, the comments and shares, because you're going out to the cold audience. They're not like your friends and family who are quite happy to like, comment and share on stuff because they've known you all your life or most of your life. Like they know, like and trust you. So it's much easier in the beginning to get traction on a personal page than it is a business page. And people get confused with that. And it's like, well, I'm not getting any traction on my business page. I'm getting more traction on my personal page, which Leslie, you're probably experiencing. But that's because you're still building up your authority and credibility on your business page. You've only just started that journey. But when you grow and you start to thrive and you start being helpful to people and you start giving that information that helps people thrive or survive, like give solutions to their problems, then you become somebody of value. And people will always come back and listen to somebody that's helpful, giving practical, helpful, valuable information. And as the months go by, and you're continuing to give that kind of value to the marketplace, your following will grow. And that's just going to, on a business page, that will grow faster and more intentional with your target market than your personal page will be. Your personal page will always be your family and friends. And, I just, a question to ask yourself, are those people that are on your personal Facebook page, are they going to be the people that you're going to build a thriving business with? More often than not, no. There might be a handful of them, yes. There might be a lot of them that buy products off you. Awesome. That's great. But are you going to build the thriving business that you want to build off your personal Facebook page? Maybe. Nothing's impossible. But as far as scale and volume and attracting pre-qualified leads in the space that you are in. When you work a business page and you just continue to show up and give practical, factual, and valuable, helpful information, it will only ever grow. The problem with the home-based business industry in the traditional way and online is people aren't patient enough. So they just want instant gratification. And when it doesn't happen within 3 months or 6 months or 9 months, they start to give up. But I tell you now, if there's one thing I learned from all the speakers in Las Vegas, a couple of months ago, is all of those people that were standing on stage and telling their stories have been there a lot longer than any of us realize. So we look at people that are successful and go, oh, they're so lucky. It's so easy for them. Anybody that's really successful, I tell you, it's never been easy. We just look at the end result and the success that people have got. We hardly look at the journey that they took to get there. So when you start a business page and you brand yourself, you've got to give it time to build up relationships with people to get that same sort of interaction, engagement, I guess. But this is where I'm saying concentrate on, practical. So information that people can use, information that's helpful. So practical, factual, there's some validity behind it that it actually works. And, that it's helpful, that it's valuable information. And also remembering at the same time, are you helping people thrive or are you helping people survive? Like helping solve a problem. So it might be a problem that their network marketing business isn't growing. It might be a problem that they're not losing weight. It might be a problem that they just feel like crap because life's so busy and they've got no energy. Whatever your little niche target market is, practical, factual, and helpful. So valuable information. This is the whole concept of attraction marketing, leading with value and not leading with your wallet. Sabine, you only end up friends supporting you on your personal page, but not good to expand your business with. That's right. You'll get support from family and friends. You might even get, people that purchase from you, like family and friends that purchase your products and stuff like that. But if you really want to grow, this comes down to how serious you are about this being a real business for you. And when you start a business page and you know how to leverage the internet and grow your market and find your pre-qualified prospects, it only ever grows from there. You've just got to not give up. That's the thing. While everyone else is giving up, you're still there, turning up on Facebook Lives, giving valuable, practical, factual, helpful content to people. And when you do that over and over again and you build up your following, people are very happy to share your content because if it's helpful to them, it'll be helpful to other people. And that's when people are willing to share because it makes them look good if they share valuable, helpful information. Okay? So does that make sense? Is that sort of helpful information to you? Put the number 3 down below if it is, because this is the difference between somebody just throwing something up on social media because they know I've got to do 2 posts a day or I've got to post every day or, so it's just throwing stuff up there versus being really intentional about the content you're putting up so you stand out from the crowd. There are heaps of people throwing stuff up on Facebook every day. If yours is intentional, practical, factual, valuable, and helpful to people, you're going to stand out. You're going to be that person that people think, yeah, I learned something from her or him, and I want to go back for more. You're not just listening to somebody that gets on Facebook Lives or throws up contents and says, oh, you've got to do this. You've got to do that. You've got to get motivated. You've got to do this. You've got to, all that rah-rah stuff and the personality plus, and they're trying to attract attention. But is it practical, factual, and actually valuable and helpful information that people can use? That's the key. You give information that people can use and implement, and they actually take one thing from your video or whatever, and they implement it, and it works. You're a hero. You are somebody that they're going to, Rob, people remember, come back to, listen to again and go, that was actually really helpful. So they'll keep showing up. So if your information isn't helpful or valuable, they'll go and find somebody else to listen to that is giving valuable and helpful information. And I'm telling you guys, if you hone in on this, and really have this at the forefront of your mind with helping people thrive or survive and giving helpful and valuable information all the time, information that people can use and adopt really easily, then you will be somebody that will be remembered. You'll be somebody that will start to build a really good following because you're somebody of value. And when you really build your value, the business will come, the money will come. I've said this many times. If you want to earn more money, if you want to have a thriving business, become more valuable. So if you're trying to do this online, become more valuable in the social media space by concentrating on the things that I've talked about in this Facebook Live. So it's really important. It's, it's all the little things that people don't really put much intention behind. But if you really, think about it a little bit more strategically and, marketing wise, like a strategic business marketing strategy to be more intentional with your posts and give, it's much better to give little snippets of information that are valuable that somebody can use and it's helpful to them than doing a massive big topic on something that's overwhelming and go, yeah, that was pretty cool. But then they go on with the rest of the day and they never adopt anything that you've talked about. So little sort of tips, 3 tips to 5 strategies for, those kind of things, or, in the food space, making something easily or, just breaking down hard stuff and making it easy. There's a strategy for you. So people have got lots of problems. So this is where I say where your content is about helping people thrive or helping people survive. What are people's problems? If you can hone in on your target market's problems and bring valuable information to the marketplace that can help them solve their problems in bite-sized pieces, you're going to become valuable. You're going to stand out. People are going to come back for more. You're going to build your audience. You're going to build your value. Then you're going to build your business and make more money. Sound good to you? If that sounds good to you, just put the word good down below because that's what we're all striving for. And you guys know that have followed me for a while. There's 2 things that I really dislike, and that's wasting time and wasting money. So you don't want to put all this energy into your social media and you're turning up all the time and you're doing Facebook Lives all the time and you're posting, 2 or 3 times a day. You're putting the effort in, but not much is happening. So maybe that's because your content isn't as intentional as it should be in solving people's problems or helping them thrive. So remind yourself, is your content helping people thrive or helping people survive? So are you helping people solve their problems? So like Sabine, who's on live with us now, she's got an awesome page. She's had heaps of struggles with health in her family, and it's got these awesome recipes and all these great food ideas and breaks it down and makes it simple. So that's helpful to people. Because people find it hard to quick and easy, healthy recipes, that kind of stuff. But Sabine can break that down and do a little quick post or a little quick, live video or whatever that's really helpful, to people. So they're going to come back for more because they've got a problem and she's helping them solve it in bite-sized pieces. Okay? So I really hope that you found this information, valuable and helpful because if you really adopt this strategy, this is going to help, more people like, comment and share your content because if it's valuable to them, then they might think, well, it'll be valuable to others and they'll be happy to hit that share button, okay? Tina, yes, it's the little things that matter. Yeah, the thing is, Sabine, thank you, Helen, for your great feedback. No worries, Sabine, you deserve the feedback. You're doing an awesome job. So give credit where credit is due. We often try to talk about too much bigger picture, whereas what really people need is the little steps to move them forward. So I know, this happens in business and learning and going online. There's so much to learn. It's overwhelming. So what solves overwhelm? Overwhelm stops people in their tracks. They stop taking action. So how can you help somebody in overwhelm? Bite-sized pieces. So break everything down. So I'll challenge you, like for a Facebook Live, you might have a topic that you want to think about. And so you're delivering that. I would challenge you to break that down to about 3 Facebook Live videos. So give really practical information, maybe 1 tip that somebody can implement. But that 1 tip, helped somebody achieve something they hadn't achieved before. Okay, so break it down, simple, practical, helpful, valuable. Okay? Cool. Well, thank you to you guys that have stayed online. I really hope you do find that information helpful and that you can implement it so you can build your authority in the marketplace. So it's not your opinion anymore. You are a trusted authority online. People are listening to you. They know that you're helpful and valuable. So they're not even questioning. Even if you give your advice on something like it is your opinion, it's trusted. Because you've built up that authority. And guys, it does take time. Please don't expect this to happen overnight. It does take time. It's definitely, Sabine, definitely the little things in life that keep us moving forward. Yeah, absolutely. And, even with personal development and making small changes, whether it's our eating habits or exercise or in our business, it's the little things that you move one step forward. Sometimes we move, 3 steps back. But if you move 4 steps forward and 3 steps back, you're still 1 step ahead. So little steps moving forward, it makes all the difference to your success and, to you as a person and to you and your business. Cool? All right. Now, tomorrow I'm going to have a little video for you. So what I'm going to do once a week now is give you a little technical video. So something you may not have realized, something within Facebook, something that can help your page be better. So I talked earlier in the week about, setting your friends list to public. And so I'm just going to go into a few settings. I'll do a little video for you, go into a few little settings in the sort of the back side of Facebook and just show you a few things that you can tweak and change to maximize your profile and make sure you're giving, your personal sort of Facebook page, the exposure that it should be getting. Okay. So that will be tomorrow's. I'll post that at the same time that I've gone live today. So thank you for being with me, guys. It's awesome to have you here and interacting with me. I don't know if you know how much I truly appreciate you guys so much, and I will look forward to, seeing you tomorrow on the video. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys, whatever part of the day it is for you. See ya, and bye from Harley. See you guys.